everybody, I wanted to do a couple of videos about exercise. So one is about exercise and eating and how to maximize your exercise, and one is also about efficient exercise. Okay, so I'm going to do two. I've got notes because I just don't like, I fear sometimes when I'm speaking into the camera and I'm trying to think fast, I don't want to misspeak. Okay, so if you see my eyes dart, that's all it is. So ideally we want to be incorporating exercise, into your day. I know some of you are avid exercisers because I, have in talking to you, you exercise in the morning and you have a regular routine, and that's awesome. Okay, so we'll be talking to you in one capacity, and the other is for those of you that aren't exercising. So I just want you to keep in mind that exercise in many ways starts in three forms. You want strength training or resistance training, you want cardio, and you definitely want some yoga and flexibility. All three are important. If you're doing nothing, the key is to start doing something. So even if it's 10 minutes a day, I've loaded a 10-minute workout that you can download in the files. Take a look at that. You just want to be doing something. 10 minutes a day is definitely going to have an impact. It's going to have an impact on your strength, and it's absolutely going to have an impact on your fat loss efforts. Diet and exercise go hand in hand, okay? You can't exercise all day long and then go home and eat Haagen-Dazs, and you can't eat Haagen-Dazs all day long and not exercise. They absolutely work together, which is why I have so many personal trainers that also coach TLS, okay? Because they feel like that's the missing component, because so many of us exercise and think that's justification for eating whatever we want, okay? I know you're guilty of it. I was, and a lot of people are. So the resistant training, though, is key to how you are going to lose weight. And that's because the more muscle you have is going to dictate your metabolism. So everybody say that out loud. Muscle dictates metabolism. So resistance training is all about building up your muscle. So while cardio is important for your heart health and all of that, we absolutely need strength training, okay? So strength training is going to help build muscle. It's going to help maintain and increase your muscle. It's going to help your metabolism, again, whereas cardio is going to help you strip away the fat that's on top, okay? So they both have a value. If you're working out, the next video that I'm going to do is really going to talk about how to make it more efficient, since everyone is sort of, pressed for time with regards to what should come first, strength training or cardio. And some of this might be eye-opening for you. I know it was for me. So rule number one relates to how you eat. So if you're not hungry before you go eat, want to go exercise, and you don't think you need that fuel to survive your exercise, then don't, okay? You definitely don't need extra calories for the energy. I don't want you to worry about it. You don't have to eat. You will burn fat faster if you don't eat, okay? So that being said, we're going to talk about that again in the next video, but if you are hungry, if you're going at the end of the workday, and you feel like you need a little something to tie you over before you get home and have dinner, just eat something small, a few bites of something, but the key is what you're going to eat, and what you want to make sure you're eating is protein, okay? So this is true, again, before or after a workout. So the reason that you don't want carbs is because we're going to be burning off them during the workout and replacing them, and we don't want to be adding more carbs basically for your body to have to work out. Okay, does that make sense? So we want to, in the workout, you're burning off the carbs that are in your body, the glucose, which we'll talk about in a second. So why add more? We want it to be protein. So protein is best. That could be, again, a protein wrapped in lettuce. It could be rotisserie chicken. It could be shrimp. It could be any kind of easy protein, okay? If you're going to eat after the workout, then you're going to want the full panel of like all 8 amino acids after the workout, which is why I like that TLS protein shake, because it's a clean source of protein and your body can absorb and utilize it most efficiently because of the quality of the protein. Some studies show that you need between 8 and 25 grams of protein per sitting, but if you get the clean protein right after with minimal carbs and minimal fats, again, why I like that TLS whey protein shake, and minimal sugar, that's always the best bet. So it's not really a gym myth. Problems, the challenge I think for some people is that most of us think all shakes are somewhat equal, but when you go into some of the gyms, and again, if you find another shake you like besides the TLS, or you can't, you really can't have dairy, then send me stuff and I'm happy to take a look at it. But the problem with some of them is that they're high in fat, they're high in sugar, or they're the opposite, and they're crazy high in protein, and they're like 42 grams of protein, which if you watch the protein video, that's way too much protein in one sitting, okay? So that's too much. It's taxing on our body. It's taxing on our kidneys. So we just want you to get started on something, okay? That's the key. So definitely download the 10-minute video that's in the, the 10-minute workout document that's in the file cabinet, and post here what you're doing for exercise. It might inspire somebody else to know what you're doing, and more importantly, how you're fitting it into your busy schedule. Because if there's one thing I've learned, everybody is busy. So whether you're busy because you have a full-time job, you have a full-time life, you have, parents that need you have kids that need you, or you have all of those things juggling on your plate. We all have too much on our plate. So if you have a tip that's working for you, let me know. I find my tip is to do it first thing in the morning. So even if that means you have to get up earlier than is comfortable for you, get it done first, because there's always excuses that can be made later. It is always hard to start a habit, but once you build that habit, it's going to be set for life. So do something, again, even if it's 10 minutes. The other thing is to multitask. So if you are someone who's watching TV or just having some sedentary time, take that time to at least do some strength training, stretching, get a band and do some stretching. It doesn't have to be expensive. First of all, a lot of this stuff you can do at home. Walking is free. Obviously the weather, depending on that, you can walk in a mall if the weather isn't great. All the TV stations, DirecTV and all that, they all have free channels, yoga channels. You can download audios, watch YouTube videos. There's so many ways to do it economically. You can take cans of, vegetables and use them for weights. So lots of ways to make it economical. So that shouldn't be an excuse, okay? So let me know what you're doing and hope this helps a little bit. Bye.